Welcome to this pre-recorded edition of AP Physics for our shortened week here after Easter. So we were to meet on Wednesday and Friday, but unfortunately due to a family emergency, I had to pre-record this, and I'll be traveling at the time of your viewing. But I wanted to give you a brief overview, try to keep some consistency, give you an idea of what's expected for the week. A lot of these things are published already. You should see your appropriate products on, for example, WebAssign and Edpuzzle. But here's what we're looking at. For today, that would be Wednesday. You wanted to have the moment of inertia Edpuzzle complete. And I mentioned in there about looking up some moments of inertia for various shapes. I'll do that briefly here in a minute. And then you want to comb through WebAssign. Again, there's 10 problems. And there are certainly a number of problems that you should be able to do at the conclusion of watching the moment of inertia Edpuzzle that relate to some moment of inertia practice problems. So that's what you want to be doing kind of Wednesday, Thursday. And then Friday, the Edpuzzle Newton's second law for rotation. I've made that due on Friday. And there's just a few questions at the end. I think more like 3 questions, a little bit shorter on the Newton's second law for rotation in terms of WebAssign. Probably 7 of them are moment of inertia, and then 3 of them are Newton's second law for rotation. I did go ahead and make the WebAssign due on Sunday this time, okay, instead of Friday, just because I'm not here. And what I'd like to do is I plan on returning Saturday for my travels, and so I'm going to make myself available like a campus conference on Sunday. Not to teach anything, but just to be available for WebAssign help, so you can have some opportunity to get some feedback and interaction before the WebAssigns due Sunday night. And then there is an Edpuzzle that's due on Monday for our Monday class. So look for us to resume the normal schedule on Monday. Okay, this following Monday we meet Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and I believe the Edpuzzle is already up on the calendar. So, all right, let's talk briefly about moments of inertia. Okay, so I mentioned in the Edpuzzle that you should take a look at and get familiar with some moments of inertia for some common shapes. Okay, so you can look up images here. Let's just click this first image. You see there's no special place you need to go. So here it's hard to read the equations that go with the moments of inertia, but you can see the common shapes here, right? So let's see if they can get this any bigger. Oh, here it's nice. So a hoop, right? A thick hoop with an inner and outer radius. A disc, okay? This doesn't really look like a disc, but a solid cylinder and a disc are the same shape, okay? They have the same moment of inertia. A thin rod, okay, that's spun through the center. Oh, a sphere, right? These are some common shapes down here. I think this is one of the this thick rectangle. Okay, or I guess it's a thin sheet because it doesn't have a thickness, but it has a length and a width. So I think one of your WebAssign problems concerns the shape. You can see that all of these moments of inertia have the same general formula, right? It's a mass times a distance squared, right? So in the case of an object that could be described with a radius, we're going to do r squared, right, or some combination thereof. And then in terms of things that can be described in terms of length, right, like a rod or a rectangle, we're going to use those dimensions instead. So it's not about memorizing these. The only one you would really need to, we expect you to have memorized is this one right here, okay, which is the same as a point mass at a certain distance from an axis, right? It's just mr squared. That's the only thing you have to memorize. All these other ones will be given to you. But if you encounter a shape in problem solving, we might expect you to or the author of the problem might expect you to reference their textbook, and for us we would just look that shape up online. Okay, that's really it for my guidance for you. You are a little bit on your own. I apologize for that, but hopefully between the Edpuzzles and this little brief here and your own awesomeness, you'll be able to carry the week, and we'll hopefully see each other on Sunday. All right, take care.